Hey guys, it's Fishing the PNW here, and I'm going to be doing my first giveaway of the year. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I figured now is the time. I've been kind of sorting through my tackle boxes and going through my hard baits, trying to reorganize them and get them in the right boxes again, because if you're like me, in the beginning of the year you'll have all your baits sorted out based on what type of lure they are, and then as you're on the water and depending on what tackle box is out, you just kind of throw lures in and out, and then they all just get mixed up together. So I sorted through them and realized I just have a ton of baits that may have seen the water a little bit when I first bought them, and then they've just been sitting in my tackle box because for one reason or another I just don't fish them as much as I used to. So these will be used lures. They're not brand new in package, but they're still fully functional, and other than maybe a little bit of hook rash, there's nothing wrong with them. So we'll start off with a couple of lipless crankbaits. So right here is a Strike King Red Eye Shad. The paint is, or the color is neon shad, and this is a 1/4 ounce, so it's the smaller size, and it's got like a chrome belly, so this really just have a ton of flash in the water, especially on sunny days. It is extremely visible, and with that rattle it's got going on, it's going to attract a lot of fish. Second is a Rapala Rip and Wrap. This is in chrome mossback shiner, and these have kind of like a more high-pitched rattle than the Red Eye Shads, and they got a little bit bigger, fatter profile, and this is another awesome, very flashy color. And both of these lures have a nice shimmy on the fall, so I mean, you can rip them, you can just burn them in, you can do all sorts of things, and they're going to catch you fish. Second is third is a Rapala Crank and Wrap, and this is the size 5, I believe. This goes 4 to 5 feet, and this is in Helsinki shad, which is a pretty sweet color. Next is a Strike King Pro Model Series 1 XS. I believe that's for extra small. This is a rattling crankbait. It's not silent, and this is in Chartreuse Sexy Shad. Up next is a Storm Wigglewort. This is a natural brown craw. It's got an orange belly, kind of like a tannish yellow side, and a black top with red eyes. And these Wiggleworts, they really do have a good wide wobble in the water, and they got a nice rattle to them, and unlike a lot of crankbaits out there, these kind of have like a painted lip. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that, but these baits do catch fish. Throw that one over here. Next we got this is the X-Wrap Deep in the clown color. So if you're fishing stained water, this is going to be a great color, and it's going to be very visible for those bass to see. This is rated to dive between 5 and 15 feet, I believe. I've never gotten it anywhere near that deep, maybe if you're trolling it, but these, just like the shallow X-Wraps, they do have a great erratic action when you work them in the water. Next up is a X-Wrap Shad Shallow. I believe this color is called Gold. It's kind of got like a brownish top, chartreuse side, and an orange belly, and these kind of have nice tight wobble to them, and when you're I actually like to burn these in shallow cover, especially in the fall, and the bass will kind of come up and just swipe at it, so that's another good lure. Next is an X-Wrap Shad. I believe this color is pearl, or is olive pearl, I believe, and this is really flashy. I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but this has a lot of flash in the water despite its color. It's got a great shad profile, and I've had luck with this lure working it, either burning it or pause and retrieve, lots of twitches. So I kind of fished it more like a crankbait than a jerkbait, but you can fish it both ways. Next up is a lure I kind of bought for trout and bass. I haven't really thrown it much. It doesn't dive too deep despite its lip, but it does have a very wide sort of wobble, and it's got a nice, I don't know if there's a single BB in there or a few, but it's got a nice high-pitched rattle to it, and I believe this is fire tiger color, and this is actually, I believe it's called the Cricket Hopper. Nope, this one's called the Big Hopper. They have so many variations of these, but anyways, this is another great lure, and anything from panfish to trout to bass will eat these. And then next up are two little minnow style jerkbaits. I don't remember the name of them, but they're made by Matsuo, and they're very small profile and they're very light. So if you're fishing ultralight gear, or if you just like trout fishing, these are great little jerkbaits that they will annihilate. If I remember correctly, these will actually sink a little, so I think you can count them down. But needless to say, this is a more like a clown pattern. I don't know what you would call this, but it's like a chartreuse and a green. Either of these colors are going to be bright, they're going to be visible, and if you haven't tried really throwing jerkbaits or little baits like these, for hard baits like these for trout, you're missing out. So if you like to trout fish, these are definitely going to be killer baits, and for trolling or just casting. But like I said, they're very light lures, so you're going to cast them to get any casting distance. You're going to have to use light line, like 4-pound line. Maybe you might be able to get away with 6. But anyways, there you go. So there's a selection of hard lures that you guys can win, and basically to win it's going to be really easy, or to enter for a chance to win it'll be really easy. All you have to do is be a subscriber. You have to like this video and try to share this video on some sort of social media, either +1 it on Google Plus or share it on Facebook. I'm a little bit over 1,300 subscribers right now. I believe like mid 1,300 subscribers. So when I hit the 1,500 subscriber mark, I will print out all your guys' name and I will draw them out of a hat. I know some of you guys complained last time when I used that function in Excel to just pick a random cell. So this time I really will just kind of print out the names, put them into a hat, and pick one lucky winner. So the more you guys share this video, the faster you're going to get your chance to win. Alright guys.